Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky15, where I'll be giving you my selections, my each way Lucky15 predictions for this afternoon's horse racing action. Just want to make a quick apology, I didn't make a video last night and upload it. I was very tired when I got home from uni and unfortunately I wasn't able to make one, but I have made one for this afternoon's racing. And it wasn't actually a bad day yesterday. I'll just reflect quickly how yesterday's selections ran. Our nap of the day barman for Nicky Henderson and Nico de Boinville put in pretty much a very good performance in the end to win by 8 lengths, and it was pretty good tip I had there from being at Wincanton that day. Like I said on the video, I had the connections talk about this horse last time it ran, and Nico de Boinville felt that it would definitely win a race next time out. He thought it ran well at Wincanton that day and maybe was a little bit unlucky, but it lived up to the form in the end, and yeah, it promoted that race at Wincanton to be a good piece of form because it beat Ivor's Queen that day that finished in 4th place. And then on Sunday, Ivor's Queen put in a good bid for that form by winning quite nicely at Wincanton in the end, and that was our nap for the day on Sunday. So that's been a pretty good piece of form, but I thought Barman put in a nice performance and keep an eye on him for future races. Also as well, St Mary's won for us for Andrew Boulding and William Cox. William Cox has had a good season aboard that horse, notched up a few wins, and it was produced at the right time yesterday to win, so that was a good selection by us. We also had Breeden Hill Lad for Sue Gardner and Lucy Gardner, but that was a non-runner in the end, so obviously didn't run there. Also as well, that we selected was Ashoka for Harry and Dan Skelton, kind of lived up to the name in the end, like a shocker really, was really held up and never really got to travel with the main body of runners. Probably needed to be ridden more prominently throughout the race if that one was going to stay with the main body, and maybe it could have delivered a late blow in the latter part of the race. So quite disappointing there, but hopefully we can have maybe another winner today, or 2 or 3, or hopefully all 4. But yeah, the selections today, I think all have a very good chance of running. The first one I'm going to be giving you for this afternoon is at Stratford in the 245 with a horse called Starchitect, trained by David Pipe. Tom Scudamore takes the ride. He actually had a treble the other day, Tom Scudamore, at Chepstow, and I was commentating in the studio that day, and I commentated on a couple of his races, and they were all very nice wins in the end, so he's been in good form. David Pipe's stable as well tend to do well at this time of year in November. This horse has probably the best piece of form in this race. It had been running quite well last season in some good handicaps at Aintree and Cheltenham against some very good horses in that race. It's off a mark of 140, and it's definitely probably the classiest animal in this race. I thought 15 to 8 wasn't a bad one to be getting stuck in there, and I could definitely see this horse cantering up and winning quite nicely in the end. So that's going to be the selection there in the first for us, Starchitect in the 245 at Stratford. The second selection that we go to is at Sedgefield in the Durham National, as it were. Now this race is a little bit competitive, but I think I found a good selection anyway, at least from the each way angle. I'm going with a horse here called Boric, which is trained by Simon Moore, and Callum Bewley will be using his £3 claim here. Now this horse won the Highland National earlier in the year at Perth. It's also a previous course winner at Sedgefield. It definitely likes longer trips I should say. It's a very good stayer, and also as well it put in a good reappearance at Carlisle last time behind a Venetia Williams horse. It was rated 139. I thought 14 to 1 personally was quite a good each way shout, and I could definitely see it being in the mix considering its status trip, and hopefully it can get its second national win. So that's going to be my selection in the 310 at Sedgefield. The third selection then sees us go back to Stratford in the 320, and we're going with a horse here called Honest Vic, trained by Henry Daly, and Andrew Tinkler takes the ride in this one. Now this horse made its hurdle debut last time out at Warwick, finishing in 6th place, and actually might not be a bad piece of form in the end. There was a horse in that race called Ballygowan Bay, which finished 3rd at Warwick, and it's run since and finished 3rd at Chepstow in what was quite a hot maiden hurdle race, I gotta say. There was quite a lot of good stables represented in that, and that piece of form at Chepstow could be a good one for the season. It could be a red hot race, and a lot of winners could come out of that. So to be beaten only a few lengths really in the end when it finished 6th at Warwick by Ballygowan Bay shows that this horse still has a lot of promise. We, like I said, backed it on its bumper win at Towcester, which was a nice win that day. So it definitely can win a race, and I thought maybe it just needed that run last time out, and it could definitely improve for being sharper. Now obviously there is a favourite in here for Warren Greatorex, but his stable haven't been in very good form recently, and for me, if I was looking at this race, for me he's well too short, and I think actually this could be the danger. Honest Vic, he's round about 8-1 at the time of recording, so it'd be interesting to see if there's any money for him during the day as we get closer to the race. So that's going to be the selection in the 320 there. Our last selection is in the last race of the day at Stratford, and is going to be the nap for the day. I think it's pretty much a banker, to be honest. Going for in the 420, I'm going for a horse called Play the Ace, trained by Peter Bowen and his son, conditional jockey James Bowen, taking 7 off, who's been in very good form over the last few months. Will be taking the ride on this one. Now this horse has won 3 out of 4 starts over course and distance. It's clearly got probably the best form in the race. I thought the £7 would definitely come in handy. Likes conditions, likes the track. Also as well finished 3rd last time out at Wincanton, and in that race was Gentleman John, which I think finished 5th in the end at Wincanton. But it's gone on and run a good race since Gentleman John, in a very good, hotly contested race at Wincanton in the weekend, finishing 3rd, not beaten too far. So maybe Gentleman John is not a bad benchmarker there. So Play the Ace, really, I thought a 9-4, very solid bet to end us on our each way lucky 15 there. Anyway, if you've got any good tips for this afternoon, let me know in the comments box below. Also as well, please subscribe to the channel. Really like to get to the 100 subscriber mark by the end of the year, so please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also as well, please like the videos as well. Check us out on Twitter as well, at social media. On Facebook as well, you can check us out, our Facebook page at Lucky15. Gamble responsibly. Hopefully you don't lose too much money from my selections, and we'll be seeing you soon.